The first stage of 2017 Web.com Tour QSchool takes place Sept. 26 October 13th at 12 sites across the U.S. will keep track of the results as each site finishes, and provide you with information on notables who advanced to second stage, and those who didn't. Maricopa, Ariz. Action Southern Dunes GC, Maricopa, Ariz, September 26-29 Final results advancing to second stage top 23 and ties medalist Jared Du Toit opens in 10 under 62 and takes off from there, closing in consecutive 67s to finish at 26 under 262 and take medalist honors by 6 shots. The Canadian started his college career at Idaho but began making a name for himself after transferring to Arizona State. Du Toit really burst onto the scene with a breakout performance as an amateur at last year's RBC Canadian Open, sharing the 54-hole lead on his way to a T9 finish. Du Toit turned pro this year following his senior season at Arizona State, finishing top 10 3 times in 11 starts on his way to 23rd on the Mackenzie Tour money list. Notables who advanced: Stephen Fox, the 2012 U.S. Amateur Champion, opened in 64 and closed with 3 straight 68s to tie for second at 20 under. Michael Weaver, the runner-up to Fox at the 2012 U.S. Amateur, also passed through. The former Cal standout closed in a bogey-free 63 to finish fourth at 19 under. Derek Barron cruised through in a tie for ninth at 14 under thanks to an opening 66 and a final round 67. Barron is a 32-year-old former pro baseball prospect who qualified for the 2017 U.S. Open but otherwise played his season on the Mackenzie Tour where he posted 2 top 10s in 9 starts to place 38th on the money list. Anthony Paolucci, a former junior number 1, closes in 72 but still passes through as he finishes T11 at 13 under. Paolucci, who won on the PGA Tour Latino America in 2016, was Jordan Spieth's chief rival in junior golf. Notables who did not advance: Byron Meth, the 2014 U.S. Amateur Public Links winner, closes in 72 to finish 8 under and miss out on advancing by a single shot. Former San Diego State golfer Nahum Mendoza posts a final round 78 to fall to 6 under and short of moving on. Famed long drive champion Jamie Sadlowski posts all 4 rounds of 73 or better but finishes in a tie for 41st at 3 under, well short of advancing. Lakeland, FLA. Grasslands GCC, Lakeland, FLA, October 36 Final results advancing to second stage top 22 and ties medalist Zach Zabik, a former Yukon golfer from Cromwell, Con, posted a 15 under 273 to capture medalist honors by 2 shots. Notables who advanced: Garrett Osborne closed in 8 under 64 to finish in a tie for third at 11 under. The former UAB golfer qualified for the U.S. Open at age 32 earlier this year. Osborne didn't start in competitive golf until age 18. Notables who did not advance: Greg Eason, a former standout at UCF, closes in 69 to finish at 2 under and fall 1 shot short of moving on. The Englishman started his 2017 Web.com Tour season by losing 32 balls in 2 rounds and shooting 9,195. Tyson Alexander, son of legendary former Florida men's golf coach Buddy Alexander, also finishes the week 2 under and 1 short of moving to second stage. Ty Tryon posts a 4 over 292 for a T44 showing. Tryon famously became the youngest player to earn his PGA Tour card, doing so at age 17 in 2001, before his career took a nosedive. Tryon, now 33, has played in 2 PGA Tour events since 2004 and hasn't competed in a Web.com Tour event since the 2012 Mexico Open. Taylor Funk starts 6,679, a wild swing that ended in a showing of 46th at 5 over. The former Texas player and son of Fred Funk turned pro a year early, moving to the paid ranks following his junior 201,617 season. Charles Wang qualified for the Web.com Tour in 2016 at age 18 after being the youngest player at final stage of 2015 Web.com Tour QSchool. This time he finishes in a tie for 52nd at 9 over to fail to get past first stage. Lantana, Texas, GC, October 36 Final results advancing to second stage top 24 and ties medalist former TCU golfer Paul Barhone was 29 under for the week in Texas to win by 3 shots. The 25-year-old had 2 top 10s but made just 4 cuts in 20 starts on the 2017 Web.com Tour. Barhone finished the season 115th on the money list to fail to retain his card. Notables who advanced: Charlie Saxon, a former Oklahoma golfer, finished with a 72 but posted at 18 under for the week for a T10 finish. Saxon made 20 starts combined on the Web.com Tour and PGA Tour Latin America in 2017, posting 1 top 10 finish and 5 top 25 showings. Drew Evans, of Dallas, Texas, fires a final round 62 to finish in solo 13th, at 16 under and advance. Rodolfo Casaubon closes in 65 to finish the week T16 at 14 under. The Mexican player placed first on the PGA Tour Latin America money list in 2015 after 3 wins. Edward Lorp, a two-time winner on the Web.com Tour, also shoots 14 under to pass through. Notables who did not advance: former Texas A&M player Greg Yates posted at 10 under to fall 2 short of advancing. Yates played 18 events on the Web.com Tour in 2017 and finished 136th on the money list. Chelsea Barrett, a former Barhone teammate at TCU, also comes up 2 short at 10 under. Ryan Gildersleeve, medalist at the site last year, closes in 2 over 74 to post at 9 under T38 and not even pass through at all this time. Nebraska City, Nebraska. Arbor Links, Nebraska City, Nebraska, October 36. Final results: advancing to second stage, top 24 in ties. Medalist Nick Vogt opens in 72 but closes 656,665 to sneak away with the win by a shot at 16 under 268. The Kiwi finished up his Iowa State career this spring but is still playing as an amateur for the moment. Vogt was an All-American in his 201,617 senior campaign with the Cyclones and won 5 times in his college career. Notables who advanced: Wyndham Clark actually held the lead through 54 holes but had to settle for solo second at 15 under. Still, he advances easily. Clark started his college career at Oklahoma State but transferred to Oregon, where he has an incredible 201,617 senior season that saw him finish number 1 in Golfweek's college rankings. Stephane Dubois fires an 8 under 63 to rocket to 7 under and a tie for 8th. The Canadian goes from outside the bubble to firmly in. Mike Van Sickle, son of noted golf writer Gary Van Sickle, also finishes strong, closing in a 6 under 65 to post in a tie for 10th at 6 under and move on. Former Kansas standout Chase Hanna also posts at 6 under to advance. Matt Ryan, not the Atlanta Falcons quarterback, was medalist at the site last year. He can't repeat that performance, but he does just fine with a 6 under showing that moves him to second stage. Austin Truslow left the Virginia men's golf team after his freshman fall semester there in 2014 and eventually turned pro. The former top junior is now on to second stage after a 3 under showing he earned him a T20 finish. Cameron Wilson, the 2014 NCAA individual champion, closes in 67. It's a clutch final round, as the Stanford product jumps up to 2 under, advancing to second stage on the number from this site. Alex Springer, a former Central Missouri player, closes in 73 but passes through on the number in a tie for 23rd. The amateur finished up his college career in 201,617. Notables who did not advance: Brad Gale, a former Oklahoma State player, finishes the week 1 over T38 to fall 3 short of moving on. Ruben Sanjaya, an amateur, can't copy the success of former Iowa State teammate Vogt. Sanjaya finishes the week in a tie for 44th at 3 over. Former Georgia player TJ Mitchell finishes T47 at 4 over to fall short of advancing. San Diego, California. The Crosby, San Diego, California, October 36. Final results: advancing to second stage, top 23 in ties. Medalist John Oda uses a third round 62 to boost himself into contention and then closes in 4 under 66 to finish at 17 under 263 and take medalist honors by a shot. The former UNLV standout revealed to Golfweek in August that he had decided to turn pro and skip his senior season with the Rebels. Oda was a first-team All-America selection in his 201,617 junior season and won 4 times in college. His final year at UNLV netted him a number 18 ranking by Golfweek at season's end. A strong start for the Hawaii native, considering his time as a pro is just over a month at this point. Notables who advanced: Zach Fauci, a member of Oregon's 2016 national championship squad, opens in 64 and never shoots worse than 70 to post in a tie for 14th at 7 under and advance. Fauci was a key player in the Ducks' match play run to the title. In fact, he captured his final match without hitting a single shot, as Bo Hostler forfeited the match due to a shoulder injury that would eventually require surgery. Kyle Jones overcomes an opening 74 with rounds of 67, 65 and 68 to move on. The former All-American at Baylor finished the week T17 at 6 under. Byron Smith shoots 4 rounds of 70 or better to finish 4 under and T20. The 36-year-old moves on as he tries to earn his card back on a circuit where he won in 2014 on his way to earning his PGA Tour card for the following season. Gun Yang, the 2014 U.S. Amateur champion, comes up big on the final day. A final round 5 under 65 allows him to finish 3 under T23 and advance to second stage on the number. Notables who did not advance: Jeremy Paul, a leader of a rising Colorado squad before leaving to turn pro during the spring of his 201,617 senior season, falters with a final round 73 to finish 2 under T26 and miss out on advancing by 1 shot. Former USC player Andrew Levitt, who finished his Trojan career in 201,617, also fell 1 short at 2 under. Jonah Teixeira, who left USC after his junior season and turned pro, closes in 65. But his 1 under score for the week puts him T38 and 2 short of moving on. Matt Pridey, of Salinas, Calif, closes in 63 to rocket up the leaderboard. But he only gets to even in solo 32nd, failing to advance. Dayton Nev, Valley GC, October 10-13, Kannapolis, NC. The Club at Irish Creek, Kannapolis, NC, October 10-13, Mobile, Alabama. RTJ Golf Trail at Magnolia Grove Crossings, Mobile, Alabama, October 10-13, Pine Mountain, GA. Callaway Gardens Mountain View, Pine Mountain, GA, October 10-13, St. George, Utah. Sun River GC, St. George, Utah, October 10-13, The Woodlands, Texas. The Woodlands Tournament, The Woodlands, Texas, October 10-13, West Palm Beach, FLA. The Breakers Reese Jones Course, West Palm Beach, FLA, October 10-13.